Hey, sports betters. Hope you had an amazing championship Sunday. Just want to do a recap of how I've done so far, how I did yesterday, and looking ahead to today regarding sports betting, what I got going on today. So let's jump right into it and share screen. This is the sweat station and the dashboard. I really like the way OddsJam allows you to track your bets like this. So as you can see, this shows the month of January. Positive days are in green, negative days are in red. I had a little bit of a down day yesterday. Yesterday was basically a wash. I correctly had the Eagles and the Chiefs, but I had both games going over. So I won a lot of my bets, but I lost a lot of my bets too. And especially, I had some big bets on the over in the AFC Championship game, and that game went under. So I didn't win as much money as I could have, but overall, I didn't lose too much money either. So I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. You live to fight another day. I'm positive for the month. This is my best month yet, and I'm just looking to keep growing. Building off of a successful January and going towards and having a possibly an even bigger February. We'll see how it goes. Got a lot of action today. Mostly on NBA, some on college basketball, but it's mostly NBA action today. Regarding betting, there's a whole slate of NBA games tonight, and I found a lot of value earlier this morning on NBA totals and NBA picks. And there's also a couple of NBA promotions going on DraftKings, and I'll talk about those in a second here. But yeah, let's scroll down. I'm up for the month of January so far, and let's see here. This is the week by week breakdown. Positive weeks are up, negative weeks are down. And I will change to a monthly view because I think that's a better view. So monthly, as you can see, January is my best month yet. I started using OddsJam like last week of August or last couple of days of August. So August was down. Then I've been slowly building. Had a little bit of a hiccup in December, but I'm back going in the right direction in January. These are the sports books. I'm positive in two of my sports books and negative in three of them. But I expect over time this will change. I should be positive in every sports book going forward at some point. I am profit by sport. Football is still my best sport. Tennis, second place. Third place, hockey. Basketball, I'm still working on. Hopefully, basketball. You know what I think about basketball is a high variance sport. You have a lot of games. You got a lot of things that can come down to the last second. Bad luck, good luck. So I'm not too concerned that I'm down significantly in basketball. I do think the variance will work itself out, and eventually this basketball bar will be on the positive side. So I'm not too concerned about that. Now, this one right here, this is really important here. Profit by bet type. See this big bar all the way in the positive, my most profitable bets? Those are the positive EV bets that I find on OddsJam's positive EV page. So if I did none of these bets and I did only these bets, in theory, I'd have more money. Now, of course, I was making a lot of these bets before or some of these bets, I shouldn't say a lot, but I was making some of these bets before I started using OddsJam. So I did decide to count them, especially a lot of the losses here in the normal column are bets that I made before I started using OddsJam. If you're looking for basically a no-brainer way to make money sports betting, is just basically go on the OddsJam positive EV page and just bet every bet on there. I know that there's a little bit more nuance in that. Some people like to be more careful with what they bet. But if all you did is just blindly bet every positive EV bet, you're not going to be losing money over the long run. At least in my opinion, you won't be. I mean, anything can happen, but over the long run, you should be in the positive. At least I am. So there's a little bit of that. Let me just go over some of the. We'll jump back to OddsJam in a bit, but another thing you should be doing is looking at promotions. So I have my DraftKings open, and there's a number of promotions. There's an NBA promotion where if you get up by 10, you win your bet. You can do that on a money line. So I just picked an underdog. I figure if you pick an underdog, you have you're getting odds to be up by 10. So even if you're the team that you bet on ends up losing the game, if they're up by 10 at any point in the game, you're going to win your bet. So I just picked the Lakers that are an underdog plus 320 today. So we'll see if the Lakers are up by 10 points at any point in the game. I win that bet, and I'll be pretty happy about that. No sweat SGP NBA game. So just pick an NBA game, and it has to be minimum 2 legs. For me, it's a $10 bet. You place a $10 same game parlay bet. If you win, great, you're happy. If you lose, no big deal. You get a $10 free bet that you can use to place another bet at another time. So it's actually this is a no-brainer promotion here. I recommend everyone play it. College basketball parlay profit boost. Here's another one. Minimum 3 legs. So I just picked 3 college basketball games with reasonably priced odds, and I think I did 2 money lines and 1 total. So if all 3 of them hit, great, I make a lot of money. If not, at least I know I got a pretty good deal because I got a 25% boost on the odds. The way I actually, maybe I should show you how I actually come up with these, which games to play. I'll show you the screen here that I use. I just go over here, whatever the sport is, say it's college basketball. I just go to college basketball, and here's all the college basketball games. And I scroll through and I look for DraftKings. So right here, one of the games that I picked was Alcorn State, because DraftKings has like the best odds on Alcorn State plus 195. And then I think South Dakota State was another one of them. And then I believe this total right here, over 138.5, was my third bet in the parlay. So this is how I pick I just look for 3 DraftKings logos. 1, 2, 3. I know DraftKings has either the best odds or close to the best odds on all 3 of those games. And I picked them, and I have a 25% profit boost. So each of these bets individually is not profitable, but with that 25% profit boost, they are profitable. It's a profitable bet because the juice is going to be less than whatever 25 divided by 3 is. The juice is going to be less than 8% on each of these, most likely. So if you're getting a 25% profit boost, that's a no-brainer. That's kind of how I do it. Let's see. Let's go back to DraftKings. Okay, so the stepped up parlays, I don't play these. Not worth it in my opinion. Okay, this is a new one. I haven't actually seen this one. Pebble Beach Odds Surge. Add 300 odds to any golfer to win the tournament. Okay, anytime that they're giving you an actual odds number instead of a percentage, I usually just pick whatever is the biggest favorite. Because whatever the biggest favorite is, an extra 300 points in odds is going to be a bigger jump than if you take some long shot and you add another 300 points to that long shot. It's not going to be that much of a difference. But if it's for a favorite, an extra 300 points might be a big difference. So normally with these, I'm just going to go ahead and opt in. I usually just take the biggest favorite. So I'm not going to bet it right now, but let's just say it would probably want to be one of these guys up here. Probably either Matt Fitzpatrick or Jordan Spieth to win. So I'll look at this a little bit further after I stop the video. But yeah, I'm gonna take this promotion, and I'm just gonna pick probably one of these up here. That's what I usually do. And I'll look at the OddsJam screen just to see. I don't know if sometimes OddsJam doesn't have golf odds, but I'll look to see if they have a golf screen, and I'll check their odds on other sports books to see, make sure I'm getting a good deal. All right. What else do we have? So this is a new one. I didn't even know I had this one. Another golf bet. I haven't really bet much golf, so I know very little about the sport, but hey, if the numbers are right, I'll play. No sweat as an NHL SGP. So this is a week-long promotion, and I've already bet it a few days ago. So I don't have this one anymore, but definitely a no sweat SGP. Basically, you take whatever it is, $10, bet on the same game parlay. You win, great. If you lose, no big deal. You get a free bet back. And I think that's it. That's all we have right now. Yeah, the only one I'm not taking is the stepped up parlay. I never play them just because it just seems like they're just not worth it. Um, okay, and let's see. We could take a look at the positive EV page on OddsJam. So we'll go to tools, positive EV. See if anything pops up. Maybe I can put in a bet while I'm on video right now. Okay, looks like I do have a new bet right here. Under 229 plus 110 on the Magic and 76ers. Let me see if I have any bets on these guys already. Go to the bet tracker. So Orlando Magic and Philadelphia 76ers. I don't think I have any bets on them, do I? Yep, I do have one. It's an over. So I got an over 232 and a half. And this is an under 229. So I could, if I take this bet, even though it's a positive EV bet, I might end up middling myself. So remember how I said you just bet every single bet on the positive EV page? There are some rare circumstances where you would pass on a bet. And in this case, I may pass on this bet. This is a $10 bet that I placed, 1% EV. 1.25% EV, $10. Okay, so at the risk of middling myself, I am going to actually take this bet. So, all right, I just placed the bet. The bet was accepted. Now I jump back to the positive EV screen, back to sharing screen. So I did end up placing this bet. The risk is that if the total finishes above 229, but below 231 or at 231 or less, if it finishes in that middle range, I'll lose both bets. So I can't win both bets. I can win one of them, and if I win either one of the bets, I make a profit. I just have to make sure that the total doesn't finish in the middle, which obviously I can't do anything to control that, but that's a risk. So normally when you do a middle bet, you're hoping that you're in the middle where both of your bets can hit on either side. But in this case, I'm doing like a reverse middle. So I'm just hoping that the game doesn't finish in that middle territory. And if it finishes either above 230 or below 229, I make a profit. So what we have to do every time we place a bet, have to record it. If you're not recording your bets, you're not treating it like a business. So save, and this automatically goes into my bet tracker for me. See if there's any other bets. Nothing right here. I'll refresh one time. See if any new bets pop up. Okay. That's about it. I have a lot of action today. Some of it is stuff like I just showed you where it's like I'm on both sides. So it's not like I can win every single bet. But I'm really happy with the action that I have today. Let's take a look at, go back to the sweat station. Say it's showing $935 in action for today. I'm up for the month, like I said, and trying to finish out the month strong. I actually have a couple of tennis bets for tomorrow. Tennis is my second best sport. I love placing bets on tennis. Let me actually, before we sign off here, let me actually show you my two tennis bets for tomorrow. Unfortunately, you can't tell them because the odds have changed. So if you place a really good bet, the really good bets don't last. They sometimes they're up for only minutes, maybe less. So these are the two bets that I bet on for tennis for tomorrow. Anna Blankova and Rebecca Masarova. I got both of these bets. One of them I got at minus 120. Current odds are minus 148. So win or lose, I know this is a good bet. And this bet changed almost immediately after I pressed it. As soon as I placed it, as soon as the odds went live on DraftKings, I was able to jump on DraftKings and immediately take this bet. And then maybe a minute later, the odds had already started to change. The odds already started to go up to minus 125, and now they're up to minus 148. And this one right here, Rebecca Masarova, I got it at minus 115. The odds are currently at minus 135. So I wouldn't recommend tailing either of these two bets. But I just want to say tennis is a really good sport to bet on. You don't have to be a fan of the sport. You don't have to know the players. A lot of times when I'm placing bets, I'm not even sure if it's a male or female. So sometimes I'll get lost in navigation. I'm not sure whether I should go to the WTA or ATP. But yeah, I'm really happy with these two bets. Doesn't mean I'm going to win them necessarily, but I'm really happy I placed these, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with them. Win or lose, I'm happy with the process, with the bets. So that's what you have to do. That's what this is. That's what sports betting is. It's a lot of boring stuff. It's not glamorous. It's numbers. It's math. It's jumping on a bet before the odds change. That's all it is. You just have to be disciplined. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be a genius to do this. You just have to be a little bit disciplined and follow the math and not let your emotions get in the way. And that's one of my theories as to why tennis is such a good sport for me, just because it's not a sport that I have a lot of knowledge of. So I really don't have too many biases on it, and I don't have too many emotions on it. And that's what you have to be. It's a numbers game. It's not about emotions. So anyway, I'm really, really happy with how things are progressing. Really happy with this month. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys more about OddsJam. So subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.